Today I'm going to talk to you about how to avoid the invisible jury. This began when I was asked a question recently from a creative director of a big advertising firm. He said, "Roy, I've seen a few situations lately where a writer creates a great ad with a sound strategy and an engaging script. It comes back from the client with all the good stuff taken out, replaced with ad speak and bland sentiments. It's often filled with answers to questions that no one was asking, stuff that is incredibly obvious or that a person could find out from Google." I know that we have to ride that line between making the clients happy after all they're paying for the ads and helping them succeed in spite of themselves. But when we bend the knee too much, it's a short-term win and a long-term loss. They get their way in the moment, but the generic ad doesn't move the needle, and the client loses confidence in us. We need some advice on how to handle these crucial moments. So my questions are, when is it right to use watered-down creative? Is there an allowance for new clients, or is this the moment when we should be asserting our expertise? How should an ad writer approach this conversation with a client? Sincerely, a creative director. I said, good question. Here is how to resolve the problem if you are initiating a new client relationship. Number one, solve it before it begins by saying to your new client, advertising is counterintuitive. Ad copy you think would obviously work rarely does. The ads that deliver the best results are the ones that business owners always say are missing the point. If we write ads for you and you show them to someone else and ask for their opinion, I can promise you that you are going to have a very weak ad campaign. As the old saying goes, a camel is a racehorse designed by a committee. Then take them to YouTube. Type Mick Torbay, skip the committee into the search string. This is the 3-minute video I would then show the client.
Who is the committee? It's not a nefarious gang of evildoers. The committee cares about you. The committee has only your best interest in mind. The committee wants you to succeed. The committee is your family, your friends, your receptionist, your colleague, your husband, your mother-in-law. The committee is everyone you run ideas by. If you run your ideas by one person, one single person, congratulations, you have a committee working to pull you to the center. The bigger the committee, the less progress you can make, the fewer risks you'll take, and the less likely you'll be to move the who gives a shit meter. Well done. Mediocrity is now assured. It cannot go any other way.
Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me. But if he stopped using lady-scented body wash and switched to Old Spice, he could smell like he's me. Look down. Back up. Where are you? You're on a boat with the man your man could smell like. What's in your hand? Back at me. I have it. It's an oyster with 2 tickets to that thing you love. Look again. The tickets are now diamond. Anything is possible when your man smells like Old Spice and not a lady. I'm on a horse.
Now, if you're like me, you watched this and you knew that someone skipped the committee. The committee would never have approved anything like this. 2 guys, Craig Allen and Eric Coleman of ad agency Whedon and Kennedy, came up with this idea, but make no mistake, it's not just a great idea, it's strategic. The problem: women buy the soap in the family. Men wash with whatever's in the shower. So they needed to ask the women to stop buying their men lady-scented body wash and switch to Old Spice. This commercial was completely on brand, on message, pushed every limit, and broke every rule of advertising. Now just imagine what the committee would have said. Does he have to be topless? It's very intimidating. Remember, this is the perfect specimen of human maleness. Shirtless, confident, looking straight into the camera, and he's hitting on your wife. Don't you think somebody on the committee would have asked that they tone it down a bit? But you see, there was no committee. That's how you get something awesome. Hello, ladies. That just seems off to me. We're a male-focused company. Why don't you speak to the men themselves? I like the rest. I like everything about this. But you can just make it, hey guys, I've got something to say about Old Spice body wash. Get the client's name right into the first 7 seconds. That's the rule, right? No, we're daring to talk to the women. Men want to be this guy. The women want to be with this guy. The product is the conduit from one to the other. That's the whole point. I'm on a horse. kind of falls flat with me. It really just doesn't go anywhere. I think what we need here, I like everything else. What I need here, I think, is a call to action. Everything's good, but can you just replace "I'm on a horse"? It doesn't seem to make sense. It's kind of boring, kind of just stops, kind of it gets in the way. Can we change that to something like, get some Old Spice body wash today? Call to action. That's what you need. Well, that would have been the easiest thing to do, right? I'm on a horse. The committee would have killed the best part of the commercial. The part everyone remembers, the part everyone repeats, the part that doesn't belong but fits, the most confusing part of the commercial. You know it and I know it. The committee would have seen to it that it never happened. Now, they could have shot the whole thing on a soundstage, or better yet, they could have done it all with CGI, but they didn't.
But if he stopped using lady-scented body wash and switched to Old Spice, he could smell like he's me. Look down. Back up. Where are you? You're on a boat with the man your man could smell like. What's in your hand? Back at me. I have it. It's an oyster with 2 tickets to that thing you love. Look again. The tickets are now diamond. Anything is possible when your man smells like Old Spice and not a lady. I'm on a horse.
We've also included that video for you on the website so you can download it and have it on your hard drive if you think it would be good to show to your client. It's only 3 minutes, and it gives you third-party credibility. It gives you a very amped up, very articulate Mick Torbay making the point to your client so that you don't have to. Number 2, after your client sees the video, say to them, is there anyone in this company that has the power to say absolutely yes without having to check with someone else? Please understand that we will always do whatever you tell us, but we would like to have the opportunity to explain to the final decision maker why we are recommending what we are recommending when it comes to ad writing. The success of your ad campaign won't be determined by the loyalty of the audience. The success of your ad campaign will be determined by whether or not your ads capture the public imagination. Your ads not only have to get people's attention, but they have to hold people's attention or they're not going to work. When good ads have to be defended to a committee or to an invisible jury, they always lose their edge and become painfully average and bland and say all the predictable things that business owners wish the public was willing to believe. If you don't have the courage to have that upfront conversation, eye to eye, then you cannot fix the problem. If you wait until later to warn your client about watering down your ads, they will simply believe that you are making excuses for why your ads aren't working. So have the conversation up front. Don't wait until you've been accused of writing weak ads. Here's how to solve the problem with an existing client. Solve it before it starts by selling them the creative before they see the script. When you have written a good ad, you are not finished until you have sold it to the client. Does it surprise you that I spend 7 to 10 minutes talking to my clients about all the creative decisions that went into a single ad before I let them hear me read the script? If you show a client a script before you talk to them about it, they are always going to change the script. You must defend and explain your choices before they see or hear the ad. You have to tell them why you left certain things out, and why you included certain words and phrases, and why you chose to approach the subject from the direction you did. You should also tell them about all the other ideas you had and why you rejected each of those ideas in favor of the one that you'd finally decided to use. Now listen, if you can't explain why you did what you did and why you didn't do what you didn't do, then you don't actually know what you're doing. I don't mean to be a jerk. I just need you to understand that you should never wait until you are challenged to explain yourself. Explain your choices before you are challenged to defend them. When your client sees how excited you are about the ad and how much thought you obviously put into it, and how many of your own ideas you shot down before you finally found the perfect approach and the perfect words, they will realize how much you care. They will appreciate how hard you work and how much more you know about ad writing than they ever suspected. I still go through this process with every ad I present to every client, even the ones I've been working with for more than 30 years. I never let them see a script until I have first explained all my choices, why I did what I did, and why I didn't do what I didn't do. My clients look forward to this, and your clients will look forward to it because it helps them defend the ads when their employees and their friends and their customers, the committee, begin to offer them opinions and advice. Now, this is your assignment, and it's going to be a tough one. But I believe you will amaze yourself with your own creativity that comes leaping out of you when I make you wear these creative handcuffs. Number one, you're going to write an ad of 180 words or less for the client you chose at the beginning of this workshop. Number two, you can write a radio ad, an email, a direct mail letter, or a video with 180 words that scroll across a TV screen or a computer screen. Or you can have a voice actor voice those words for you on a computer screen or a TV screen. But the ad must contain an offer of something desirable that your client is going to give them for free if they visit the website and claim their free gift by giving you their email address. You are free to write this ad with or without the cooperation of your client. Involve him or her if you like, but this exercise does not require your client to actually use the ad. Number three, you must turn in your 180-word ad with a 20-point written explanation of why you did, what you thought about, what you chose not to do, and explanations of what words or phrases that you chose consciously, or the name that you picked for the giveaway. Basically, it can be any 20 things, but you will be graded on whether or not you were able to explain at least 20 different decisions you made and why each of those decisions makes sense. I don't want you just to be able to write great ads. I want you to be able to explain what makes them great. Now send us something that is going to blow our minds. And if it doesn't blow yours first, it's not going to blow ours either. So this is the one where you need to up your game and tell us what you did and why you did it. Amaze yourself, amaze us.